Up, 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 up. In the club, pocket dog, hey. Yo, what's good, y'all? This is OMA, One Who May Ascend, back again for another Behind the Lyrics of Keep Talkin. It is an older song. We dropped this back in 2018, 2019, I believe. I wrote and recorded it around that time for sure. I definitely know when I wrote it was in 2018, somewhere between the months of January and July, to be as specific as possible, because I know where I was when I wrote this, and I was definitely living in New York at the time with some friends. However, I did not record it until I moved to LA, which would have been late August, early September of 2018. And I'm sure I released it within a year after that. To give you a little in-depth synopsis, on the circumstances of the recording and writing the sessions and everything like that. Very interesting circumstances, at least mildly interesting. So I had some friends from high school, from Texas. If y'all didn't know, I'm from Texas. They were living in New York at the time, and this is before I got out there, right? So they had moved to New York. I think this is probably like November of 2017 at the time. And I have a close homie. We go way back. Shout out to YV. He's done a lot of our works, shot music videos with us and everything, from Diamonds of the Rough, which we actually did in New York in Times Square. We did Frank Castle together. We did A Beautiful Mind. Just So You Know, a lot of hits, a lot of the bangers, classic OMA shit, Tormented Souls, OMA, Face Your Fears, Wrath of the Damned, a lot of y'all's favorite OMA classic music videos. That's his work. That's bro's work. We go way back since like junior high and everything. Shout out to him. If we're talking about like day ones, like even before day ones, like real ones, I just got to give bro his flowers. We're still out here rocking together in LA, from Texas to New York to LA together. But anyways, it was him and some other mutual friends that they had all moved out to New York from Texas together, right? And I'm like, sitting back on the porch and everything, like, yo, that's cool, that y'all are doing that and everything. I want to come meet y'all and join y'all, So they're all on their artist, thing. I'm on my artist tip, and but I'm still out in Texas while they're all in New York together, and like at this time, doing the New York thing, that's still on my vision board, let alone bucket list, but vision board. I was like 23 at the time before I moved out there, and I came and had to assess the situation, see what they had going out there before I actually moved out there. So I visited, back in December of 2017, and then 1 week later, I was actually out there, and I said, I'm gonna make it work, so I got a job out there and everything. They're hustling, I'm hustling, we're all out there together. And because our schedules don't align exactly, it's just the nature of the game. Like, I had to work and everything, and they had to work, and on occasion we would get together, when we could. And it was really interesting, because I'm thinking, we're all going in there to like support each other and everything. We're not like living in the same place. We don't have the same living situation or circumstance, because I came to the party late and everything. But we're all still handling all of our responsibilities and all that, But I'm thinking we're all, on equal footing. Nobody's quite bigger than anybody else or anything like that, And lo and behold, I find out, and people who I'm talking about, if they're watching this, they'll know who I'm talking about. I don't have to say any names or anything like that. But long story short, I found out, people talking to me behind my back. They're saying like all these kind, respectful things, to my face about my artistry, you know, whether it's them or people on the job, you know, but it was just like a common occurrence. It was a repeated theme, you know, and I always found it interesting. You know, I can respect you if you tell me something, you know, critical advice, you know, to my face. You know, that's one thing. But, you know, if you're talking behind my back, you know, I just can't respect you, you know, as a person, you know. So word eventually got around, you know, rumors are circulating or whatever, you know. I'm definitely like more alternative, you know, I'm quote unquote, you know, not cool music, you know, because I don't do it. You know, this is an expression, you know, of my soul, of my personality when I make music, you know, like not everything is just supposed to like be out there, you know. So like there's a lot of stuff that y'all don't hear, you know, because it's all like personal, you know. It's respectfully, you know, to the audience and fans and everything. Like when I make music, it is for me at the end of the day. You know, I may or may not share what I have, you know, for me, but it's for me at the end of the day, you know. So long story short, because I'm on this like alternative, you know, I'm not on like the hipster, oh, doing everything, you know, just because it's cool. Like, again, this is like an expression of, it's an extension of who I am as a person, you know, and I don't do things because they're popular. I do things because it's a representative of who I am. Good ascendants, and those of you who are new, I am OMA, one who may ascend, conscious trap metal recording artist. Here on our YouTube channel, you can expect exclusive content, some music, freestyles, vlogs, exclusive behind the scenes, you know, so make sure you turn on your post notifications, subscribe, like, comment, share. You know, this is community, this is about family, this is about all of us. Stay tuned, the best is yet to come. We're going all the way up, eyes to the sky.